Hi. I wanted to follow up on Steve V's video about Lean Highway Cruise. It's a pretty cool feature, and it's not too difficult to set up this way. There are some fancier ways to do it, but this is nice and simple and is a good intermediate thing to tweak. Easy to see the results, and is a good stepping stone into more complicated things. So the first thing you should do is, up here, save tune as, and we'll save it. Make a copy. Just in case we screw something up, we can always go back and reload that. So the first thing we need to do is in table choices, we need to enable switching the AFR table. You can switch it on inputs and things like that. But what we're going to do is use the blend curve. The blend curve lets you blend from one AFR table to another AFR table based on an analog or another signal. We're going to do it based on vehicle speed, and also talk about doing it based on the fourth gear switch. So that enables the second AFR table over here. So we'll go ahead and we'll open up both of these. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this with this up arrow, this green button, and we're going to export it. And that way when we open the other one, and this is just the defaults, they're all wrong, of course. And we can do the little down arrow, import that same one, and now this table is identical to the other one. And then previously, we should have just noticed when we were cruising what the map and RPM ranges are that we want to lean out tune. Most likely it's probably right here. You can adjust the axis settings and things like that, but we're going to highlight those cells and put in 15.3. I just typed that in, and we're going to save. We're going to close this, and that's all there is to it. Oh, well, blend curve. We have to look at blend curve. The blend curve at 0 is table 1, and at 100% is table 2. We're going to pick VSS1 for vehicle speed. We'll hit this button so we can see the actual numbers. It's easier to do big changes when you have these values. Let's change this to 51 miles an hour, and below 50, let's go with 0%, and 51 and above, let's go with 100%. And now, when your vehicle speed changes from 50 to 51, you will be selecting the second AFR table. You can do this with the generic I/O and set up an actual threshold with some hysteresis, things like that. You can also set this for gear. The ecuGN processes all of the gear switches and also estimates the second gear switch based on TPS and vehicle speed. So you could do it based on the fourth gear switch, like this. So if you see here, third gear and below, we're on table 1. Fourth gear, we're on table 2. And that would also do the lean cruise switching for you. So those are two ways of doing the same thing roughly. Simple to implement, and easy to watch on a scanner and to see a change. So any questions, give me a holler. Thanks.